like you want to make sure that every person that you spend time with, every corner of your house, every element of your life, it's suited not just for you, but for both of you. Because subconsciously, you know, it's like you want to, I feel with this shallow water, we have this on top of this, does this support the life I desire? I feel like you want to remove everything that is shallow. Maybe this shallowness was one of the shadows. Maybe your defense mechanism was escaping to shallowness of this world, shallow connection, shallow entertainment, so like maybe clubs, substances, right? And it's like you're feeling that you want to invite your feminine into your life, and you want to make sure that she's gonna, every step of the way, every corner of your house, she's gonna know that divine masculine, that you grew, that you mature, that you're ready to build life, happy life, family life. I'm literally just seeing someone like throwing away all the bottles of liquor that you have in your house. I don't know why. I just saw that. It's like just really, really making sure that your life, I'm not seeing that you're doing this from a level of like, to impress her or like to fake it. I think that you're looking at your life right now, really trying to make sure that every single element of your life is an expression of who you become, and I was hearing, it would be detailed for this collective, right? I was hearing that you want to make her proud, how much you've changed. So maybe in the past, in your connection, you had moments that you felt embarrassed that she saw certain things or certain behaviors of yours, or maybe she met certain friends, and now when you grew, you realized that, oh my God, I cannot believe that she saw this, or like she saw me in this. But we're extension of each other. We're meant to see each other in our darkest shadows and in our brightest light, right? And that's what true relationship it really is. If you cannot love someone for their shadows and despite of their shadows and stand there for them, in their shadows, it's not true love. So there's no reason for you to like feel ashamed. But I feel like you would have maybe process this already. It's just that you really want to make sure that she knows, right? That she knows. Just beautiful. And we have these two came together, Mount Everest or molehill, and we have karma, baby, and that's on top of that unboxing fear. I feel like you still there is something, because remember, you started really a very deep contemplation, this collective, on action and consequences. So you now understand that everything that was happening in your life was a consequence of your own doing, of your choices, of your mindset, of the quality of your thoughts, the relationships with yourself, with others, right? You now understand this. Watch the previous part. So I feel like you would be thinking to yourself, okay, if that's really true, if that's really, like we have to sometimes clear out this karma, we have to really realize certain things. But I've done things to my feminine as well. So maybe if I'm going to return, we're still going to have karma to clear out. We're still going to have some things to even out. And granted, oftentimes, we do have karma between each other that we have to clear out, and these moments of return are not like in Disney story, right? I always say this to you guys, we would love for you to come in that white horse and they live happy ever after, but it's a very powerful connection. There has to be a recalibration period. We really have to ground our energy as divine feminine, divine masculine together, because we're becoming and creating a new entity. We're always going to be sovereign beings, but our union is going to be a separate entity, and that needs to ground, right? But I feel that because you know that in the past you were guided by fear, that you were blinded by fear, you were doing certain things, I feel like you really want to make sure right now, there are certain fears within you. What's going to happen? How it's going to unfold, right? Is there still karma between the two of you? I feel you are making this too big of a deal, right? I'm seeing this commercial, Nike, just do it. I feel you make it a bit of a big deal, but I feel you would realize this collective. But let's roll with it. To be honest, this energy surprised me, because remember I said if it's going to be shadow, we're going to do shadow work. If it's going to be wonderful, we're going to do the energy of your feminine. It's a little bit, it's nice, but it's not that, I was thinking that you're going to pull divine masculine, Satori, right? So there may be still certain things that you need to recalibrate, that you need to, right? So let's maybe do guidance, or what's coming. I want to do 2 spreads. I want to do what's coming in the month of, let's maybe do month of October, because we're getting closer to the month of October. So what's coming, what's the guidance for you? And then I want to do a couple of these, and then I do want to do energy of your feminine. I'm also looking at these. What energy do you have to embody? Let's just roll with it, even if it's going to be a longer reading. Who cares? Who cares? Healing heart, okay. Healing heart, butterfly, seduction, okay. I'm here. We're doing guidance, right? So I'm hearing certain things. Yeah. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. Hold on. All right. So what am I hearing, you guys? We have healing heart and we have butterfly. You have transformed, but I feel like maybe you're in a beautiful energy. So don't doubt that. Don't doubt that. If you need to save this video, this previous part, watch that when you need to, because you are in a beautiful energy. And I want you to see that. I want you to appreciate your growth, your current maturity, your current state of being, right? There may be a little bit of heart healing that still needs to happen, right? So you really need to make sure that your connection with your feminine is healed, that as you're returning to her, that your heart is really strong, because there's going to be triggers. I'm going to tell you right now, it's normal and it always happens. There's going to be trigger. You have to recalibrate. You have to reflect to each other to make sure this is part of your karmic contract, to really make sure, dude, are you in your divine feminine? Are you in your divine masculine? Really? Like it happens subconsciously. We trigger each other. We're designed to do that, right? And we're also, and what I'm hearing with this, to be honest, we all have the very unique dynamics. Every pairing has a very unique dynamics, right? So some masculines, they put us in a friend zone, and we're always in that, when we're in and out, or sometimes, in separation, we're always like this in the friend zone. It's very, right? Some, it's very emotional, so they always come in with promises, with like this knight in shining armor, like I'm gonna give you the world, do you know what I mean, right? And some very passionate, like I cannot live without you, like must have you now. There's this, usually the love bugs that really have very strong intimacy, right? And I feel this is you, this collective. I feel this is you. I feel usually in your dynamics there was a lot of seduction. Okay, a lot of seduction, a lot of flirting, a lot of hot energy between the two of you, but also a lot of I'm hearing adrenaline. It's like this gambling kind of, it's like I'm here and then I'm not here, and then I want it and then I don't want it. It was like just would shift from minute to minute. Maybe you would make plans in the morning, and then somewhere midday you already had doubt, so it's like I want to see you, no, let's maybe do it later. Very, very drama, very dramatic, and I feel like this didn't we mention this in the previous part, that you may have been a bit of a hot-headed and now you've matured. My advice to you, my brother, would be show this maturity right off the bat. So yes, you have a lot of passion. Don't fear that this passion will go away. Passion between twins, it only grows stronger in you. It only grows stronger every day, every month, every year. It's going to be beyond your wildest expectations. So don't fear that. But you need to show your growth. This is card of stability, security. This is what you need to lead with. And it's on top of that butterfly. So as you come in, maybe you love the passion between the two of you. Maybe the passion between the two of you, it's what you miss. And it's okay, because masculines, you express your love through your sacral. You give through your sacral. It's a beautiful thing, right? But I think that there was so much inconsistency in your connection, so much in and out, so much drama. Maybe in the past you even thought that this is true passion because you're wounded, so you confuse passion with toxicity, with lust, right? And I feel like that was a reason for that. Maybe the intensity of the connection always scared you. Maybe the intensity of connection, how much you desired her, how much you wanted her, how much I feel like you maybe feared that she would have power over you because of how much you really cared for her. And also in the expression, right, in that seductive expression of your love. I feel like it may have been quite a few moments of abandonment, of ghosting, of maybe silent treatment, maybe, messages left unread, a lot of sort of wearing a mask, a lot of playing games as well, I'm hearing. So just make sure that as you return, there's going to be place for passion, there's going to be place for playfulness, there's going to be time for seduction. Make sure, and this will help you to really navigate this journey, that you show that the stability, security is there. It's not going anywhere, right? Let's see what's coming month of October. Did it flip? It double flipped. Month of October. You guys! Lovers in the sun! Lovers in the air. Na, 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 na. I love those readings. They warm my heart. I'm gonna cry. World becomes a better place every time twins come into union. We're that powerful. We're love multipliers. Not just love in a romantical love, but the frequency of love. We're gods and goddesses of love. This is love energy. This is energy of not just the masculine energy, but it's energy of happiness. It's the happiest card in the deck. Good luck. Luck is on your side, my brother. Luck is on your side. I feel like you know this. This collective, you would know this. You have a little fear. What's going to happen? How to play this out? So we're going to break this down for you, right? Just to give you, I don't want you to strategize. I don't want you to fake it. I want you to be natural. But there's certain things, sometimes you may think that showing passion will be a good thing, right? And in most cases, it is a good thing, because if you're feminine, if you're in this energy, your feminine is her divine feminine already, right? So she would already understand that how men express love is through the sacral, how men give is through the sacral, is through passion, and it's absolutely okay. Passion is a beautiful channel for our love, right? But if this was a source of pain, if this was a source of conflict, so you would have booty calls or like one night stands with your feminine, and then you would disappear, that you would abandon, it may trigger that feeling within her. If there was the silent treatment, the games, the ghosting, so it came with passion, yes, and the passion was real, and the other things was consequences of fear. So I don't want you to stop the passion, express the passion. It's very beautiful, but make sure that as you come in, as you lead, your maturity, your stability, your security is seen. That's what I'm saying, right? So we'll walk you through this, but for this being your first cards in October, it may be your month, you guys. You would feel this. These kind of readings, it's not me saying to you what you need to do. It's me confirming what you already know in your heart. I don't have the power to force any kind of divine union. No one has. It's the masculine. It's when you're ready, the veil is completely lifted, and you get this go from a divine. So you would feel this in your energy already, that it's coming. I feel October is your month to break no contact. Let's do a few more. What's coming? What's coming? Page of Swords. Santa Muerte. Transformation. I feel you have to accept, there's a reason I said this to you, right? There's a reason I said this to you. When we come into union, it's not like the masculine is ready, so he knocks on our door and we open the door and you're like, my love, welcome, right? Because things happen in the past. Shit happened in the past. We have to make sure that there's accountability for both of us, that we've actually changed, both of us, and we have to prove to each other that the energies and the woundings that we've been working on, they're now healed and grounded. So as you start a communication, you're going to have to prove what you were failing to prove in the beginning, so that you're mature, that you're a man, that you're going to build stability, that you're going to build security, that you're going to be also, I'm hearing, willing to learn. Maybe we have this in your energy a little bit, that maybe you were very stubborn. Maybe you were very, no, it's my way or hit the highway. I think it's your opportunity to prove that you can listen now, that you can see your feminine and ask her, I want to make you feel comfortable. I want to make you feel safe. Tell me what to do. It's part of a mature relationship to really observe her, the other person, observe reactions, to really care. And you have that. You affect them too, right? So you want to make her feel comfortable by adjusting your life for her arrival, but make sure you make her feel comfortable through your words and through your actions, right? And similarly, us feminines, we're in anxiety, we're in this longing, we're like acting like doormats for you. We have to also prove that we're not that anymore. So there's always going to be a little bit of boundary. There's always going to be a little bit of resistance. It's a test of our femininity, and it's a test whether you truly are mature enough to accept that. So I feel there's still for to have the Lovers and the Sun for your first card, my brother, luck is on your side, really. But there's going to be learning in this month. There's going to be transformation still. Lovers. Crossroads. I'm hearing this card that we pulled. What kind of love do I desire? Every time, every day, if you really reach that moment of I want to reach out, right? And again, luck is on your side, love is on your side. Every time you speak to her, she triggers you. Ask yourself, what love do I want, and give that love. So if you, because you have this energy in your shadow, that you were very self-centered, that you were very like you didn't know teamwork, I feel this is going to be a test of your teamwork, right? What kind of love do I want? So if you want to feel this deep connection with someone, that someone cares about your emotions, that someone listens, focus on giving that. Focus on giving that. Now I'm worried that it can go both ways, but I'm also hearing that it's because you cannot have 100% reassurance. With 100% reassurance, courage would have no value. The Sun, the Magician, the creator of your own reality, the one that has the power. I will want to hold on. Let me do two more, and we're gonna clarify that reunion celebration. You know how I always say Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck? You guys, luck is on your side, really. Luck is on your side. But you know how I always say, I've done this video, you can go to my YouTube, there's a playlist, Spirituality and Healing, and on this playlist there's a video about healthy dating. And it also talks about how divines should date as they break no contact and as they break the separation. You have to start from this childlike joy, from building friendship, from taking interest one in another, from learning one another, what you've been doing all these years, who you've become. I want to know. So don't focus on, for you, the passion. So probably Your lesson will be passion and wanting to run to her and just grab her and like shove her through the wall, right? And for her, probably it's going to be the anxiety of where is this going? Has he really changed, right? And this is going to be the test. And in order to pass that test, I really want you to stay on this light-hearted energy, right? This really nonchalant, I don't want to say nonchalant in a way, right? But allow yourself this period of you haven't seen her for years, probably. You haven't spoke to her probably for a very long time as well. And even if you had points of contact, they weren't like, long and serious conversations. You know each other's souls, but there's a part of this journey that you went through separately. Allow yourself to get to know the new her and to get her to know the new you, the changed you, the you in your side of light, right? You have to learn each other. And I don't know why I'm looking at him and he's writing a letter. Maybe it's also, I feel like, maybe find a different way. I feel like you have a lot of love and passion to express, right? But as you're going to be communicating, I feel like you have to keep it light-hearted, very joyful as well with this card, very like celebration. Let's just be happy that we're returning to each other. Let's not worry what still can be. You enter this mindset for a reason, that no matter what tower happens, watch the previous part, you now know that you can handle this tower. You have the maturity and the strength of true divine masculine to handle this tower. So whatever stoppers and blockers will be between the two of you, you will handle that. So don't worry about that. Put this on the bench for now, right? So focus on just being lighthearted, building friendship, building making sure that she knows that you're reliable, building trust in each other, right? But I feel you may have a lot of, passion and love to express. So maybe it's something that you can express in different forms. So I was seeing writing letters. Maybe you can write her beautiful love letters. Amazing thing to do. Women love these kind of things. Maybe through songs, send her some songs that describe how you feel about her, so it stays on the, I don't know, that's just what I'm hearing. One more. Dude, don't overthink. I think this may be your thing, that you maybe fall a little bit into anxiety. So it may happen. Your relationship is going to be different now, from now on, but it's going to be better. But I feel like you may go into overthinking. So maybe there are going to be some blockages and some stoppers, physical stoppers between the two of you, right? Maybe you're not going to be able to see each other straight away. Maybe you live in different cities, locations, countries. It happens a lot with the divines. Don't worry about this. The universe will orchestrate for you everything you need to be together. Rest assured, I promise you. Focus now on proving the man that you are and being the divine masculine that she needs. So whatever happens, if she says something that triggers you, or if you feel the need, maybe I feel like this seduction. I feel like you're going to worry about this. That maybe you're going to be talking as friends, right? Because you have to. Because you've even seen each other for so long. And maybe you're going to be worried that there's no passion anymore. Maybe she doesn't feel that way about me anymore. Maybe, really, the moment you see each other, game over, okay? The passion will be reignited when the time is right. Like, you're really going to have to force yourself not to follow the passion, to allow yourself to get to know each other. So don't overthink. It needs time to transform. It needs time to recalibrate. So don't put yourself in your head. I want to clarify with two more, maybe this Two of Swords. What's this Two of Swords, Spirit? And we're going to do one more part. How does she feel? I feel like you do need that. This is bizarre. This is bizarre, you guys. Two really beautiful cards. I feel you're going to have moments of self-doubt, to be honest. as you will start grounding it, as you will start reaching out, as you will start bringing this into fruition, I feel you may have moments of doubt, which is normal. Your shadow is going to be emerging. She's going to be bringing out your shadows, and you're going to be bringing out her shadows. So you may be asking yourself, have I healed enough? These are two cards of you guys. I don't feel this is it. I feel, you know what I'm hearing? Because these are two cards of the most, this is both of these cards, wish come true. The ultimate happiness, the ultimate abundance, the ultimate gift from the universe, wish upon the stars, right? And I don't think this collective, you would doubt that this is it. I feel like it's more the self-doubt, because I feel one of your biggest shadows might have been that we've mentioned this, that the bit of that lack, right? So you may be thinking, I feel it's more, you know what, I feel like it's more that you want to make it this. You want to give her the world. You want to make it a wish come true. And I feel you're going to be doubting yourself, am I doing this right? You may be one of these collectives that you're here for a grand gesture. You have a lot of passion, so obviously. So maybe you would freaking want to rent a white horse and knock on her door and start screaming her name, which would be amazing, right? But it's really difficult. It's really difficult because after so much pain and so many tests and such a long separation that lasts years, this reunion, it has to be a little bit more playful and childlike. Because if you haven't seen this woman for years, right, and even if deep down in her heart she craves to see you screaming her name on that white horse, right, if you really do this, what if she's gonna say, in a moment like this, the best thing to say would be just to jump into your arms and say, let's live happy ever after. But she cannot do this because you've hurt her. She doesn't know, are you not gonna take the same damn horse and run away from her? She has this assurance, right? So I feel like you really are someone that you want to come in with a grand gesture with, right, and that gift, like give her all, give her the world, because now you know. But you have to play it cool. There's gonna be, listen, you can just talk to each other for as long as it's gonna be necessary to calibrate, to really ground your energies, to create that separate entity. And within a couple of months, get that white horse. It's not going to have a less of a value if you do it later. Do you know what I mean? These two beautiful cards clarifying that. I feel this is going to be just a little bit of an internal doubt, how to play this out for you. How to play this out. I want to pull a couple of these for you, like, because I was guided to pull them. Is there any guidance from your guides as well? What we need to watch out for? And then we're going to do her energy. Two more. All right. This is the student and the teacher. This is what we are to each other. And we have that learner's card. Remember to listen, okay? I feel this collective, you have sometimes, which can be beautiful, but you have this quality that when you have a vision of something, you really want to do it your way, right? So you may have expectations, how she's going to react, what's going to happen, you're going to fall into each other's arms. But what you need to do right now is listen. Maybe communication was your weak point, that you would say what you want, but you never would listen. Really listen. What if she's saying? How is she saying this? What is she trying to communicate? How is she feeling? How am I making her feel? Listen and learn. Listen and learn. This is why this recalibration happened. We have Owl and we have the Crowd, two magical cards. It's like you need to listen to your intuition as well. You need to listen to your intuition. And I feel like in this process, you're going to be getting a lot of intuitive, really, thoughts of how to play things out. Just listen to that. Don't fall into the overthinking mind, into the monkey mind, but just listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. You have really changed. The Phoenix was you have really changed. You have transformed. I think you have to focus on showing this transformation in every word you say, every action you take. Don't fall into, remember we talked about this passion. You really want it, and she wants it too, probably. If you want it, you guys, we're one. We always want the same things. But it's still linked to some sort of a trauma, right? Because if you really had